While I was working on one of the Axle standards, we were talking a bunch about fidelity. And, we normally talk about in SIM these kind of three pieces of fidelity: conceptual, environmental, functional, and psychological. And the more I was thinking about it, the more I saw all the ways that cultural considerations were fitting in, and super broadly. Like, um, doesn't matter if we're talking about ethnic, national, organizational, sexual identity, whatever it happens to be, but all those things fit in various ways into those different types of fidelity, or fed them at least. Um, and so then I started thinking, and trying to find anything out there. And in some of the anthropology research and social science stuff that's out there, they talk about cultural fidelity. And in that, when they talk about cultural fidelity, it has a lot more to do with human interaction and the fact that we transmit cultural information between each other. And when we do so, it has high fidelity, so it doesn't degrade. So that's how we create sort of cumulative cultures and cultural identities. And so as I was looking into that, which there's a little bit out there, or there's a fair bit out there, but it doesn't obviously directly speak to SIM or health professions education. But as I was reading about it and kind of trying to fit it all together, um, I think we're in a place where we need to be paying attention to this cultural fidelity, as a really important element in health professions education generally, but in SIM specifically. um, you know, it, if it's going to feed those things, if we talk about how fidelity is a piece of how we engage learners and help them to really dive into SIM, treat it as they would real patients, and so on and so forth, um, then I think we have to be paying attention to this, and that cultural fidelity is going to be something that, as we incorporate it, on one hand, it helps with the learner engagement, and on the other hand, it gives us that opportunity to continue talking about diversity issues, helping learners to be better healthcare professionals, both with their teammates and with their patients. Um, and it creates that pathway in SIM without it being a single experience, but it makes it a lot easier for us to then consider how we're going to put cultural elements, considerations, whatever, into those simulations. It's no longer a one-time experience. It's actually just a piece of the puzzle that we're always thinking about.